Good evening to everyone. This meeting is now called to order. Let us all please stand as we salute the national anthem of Barbados. At this time, we observe a moment's silence for the peace of the world, and let us remember all our lions and leos who have left us. May they continue to rest in peace. Close that item and move on to item number 4, invocation. I now invite Lion Rawl Gibson, Melvin Jones Fellow, past Zone 3A chairperson, to invoke God's blessings at this meeting.
Lions, Leo's members, guests, let's bow our heads, close our eyes as we prepare to commune and connect with our Almighty Father. Almighty Father, thank you for bringing us here today. We are grateful that we're here for this region meeting. We ask for your blessings upon the region meeting, that you allow it to be productive and to be fruitful and to share in camaraderie, even though we're separated. Heavenly Father, I ask that you pray for our members, especially our line leaders, our district governor, our region chair, our zone chairman, and all our district officers. I ask that you grant them wisdom, you grant them courage, you grant them strength and patience and temperance, that they'll be able to guide us and guide this region and this district in a manner that is fitting to your vision, to your sight. Heavenly Father, I ask that I pray for this region. We pray for the unity of the region. We pray for peace within the region. We pray for prosperity within the region, that we might be able to come together as a people and to serve you well. We ask for, and we pray for our members. We pray for new membership. We pray for talented members. We pray for members that will grow, and the existing members that they grow in character, grow in strength, grow in love and kindness and patience and tolerance, that we again may better serve this community. We ask also for the means to serve the community, for the funds, that our fundraising efforts will be able to be vast and be fruitful and be able to drive the projects which we need so desperately within our region. Finally, Lord, I ask that for all those persons who are presented today, you give them courage, you give them knowledge, and give them understanding, and that you allow them to deliver to the best of their ability so that they have the best impact for this meeting. All these things we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. I now invite Leo Lyon Kinga Di Bellot, District 60B Assistant Coordinator for New Voices and President of the Lions Club of St. Andrew in Grenada, to read the Code of Ethics.
The Lions Code of Ethics. To show my faith in the worthiness of my vocation by application to the end that I may merit a reputation for the quality of service. To seek success and to demand all fair remuneration as my just due, but to accept no profit or service at the price of my own self-respect because of unfair advantage taken or because of questionable act on my part. To remember that in building up my business, it is not necessary to tear down others, to be loyal to my customers and clients and true to myself. Whenever a doubt arises, as the right or ethics of my position or action towards my fellow kind, to resolve such action against myself. To hold friendship as an end, not a mean. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of service performed by one to another, but that true friendship demands nothing but accept service in the spirit in which it is given. Always bear in mind my obligation as a citizen to my nation, my province, and my community, to give them my unswavering loyalty in word, act, and deed, to give them freely of my time, labor, and means, to aid my fellow kind by giving sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak, and my substance to the needy, to be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise, to build up and not destroy. Lions Code of Ethics.
Thank you. I now invite Leo Nazim Chateau, President of the Leo Club of St. Andrew in Grenada, to read the Leo Club objects.
Good evening, everyone. The Leo Club objects. To make available to Lions Club an activity whereby they may solve the needs of the youths in their respective areas. To provide the youth of the world an opportunity for development and contribution, individually and collectively, as responsible members of the local, national, and international communities. To promote service activities among the youth of the community to develop the individual qualities of leadership, experience, and opportunity, and to unite its members in friendship, fellowship, and mutual understanding. The Leo Club objects.
Thank you. You may now take your seats. Good evening once again to everyone. I greet you with open arms to warmly welcome you to our first Region 3 meeting for this Lionistic year 2024-2023. It is indeed an honor to have you with us this evening. At our virtual head table, we have our Region 3 Secretary, Lion Andrea Thompson, Leo District Regions 2 and 3 Chairperson, Leo Rahim Smith, District Governor Lion Alan Alexander, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, our guest speaker, Lion Avaloy Forbes Melvin Jones Fellow, District Global Service Team Coordinator, and also the Leo Advisory Panelist for Constitutional Area 1. A warm welcome to each and every one of you. We also make note of all our distinguished Lions and Leos in the audience. At this time, we close that item and move on to item 8, attendance. Region 3 Secretary, Lion Andrea Thompson. You're muted, Lion Andrea.
Thank you, Regent Chair. The attendance is being recorded. No excuses at this point.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Item 9, review of minutes of the second Region 3 meeting held on February 3rd, 2024. To date, we have not received any minutes, so we do not have any minutes to review at this time. Close item 9 and move on to item 10, correspondence. Region 3 Secretary, Lion Andrea Thompson.
Thank you, Regent Chair. All correspondence received were circulated via email and WhatsApp. There is no current correspondence.
Okay, thank you, Region 3 Secretary Lion Andrea. Okay, we are moving along swiftly. We are now at item number 11, remarks. And at this time, I will invite our District Governor 60B, Lion Alan Alexander, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, to bring his remarks to us. Lion Alan?
Good afternoon and good evening, Lions, Leos of Region 3. Lion Region Chairperson Lisa, my fellow distinguished Lions and Leos. As usual, it is fun to be here at your region meetings and to listen and enjoy the work, the service, and seeing the remarks and achievements of the various clubs and their zones within this region. As we embark on Diabetes Month, I'm very pleasantly surprised to see the activities that have ramped up throughout the district, and I commend those service chairpersons who have taken the time to really bring to the forefront one of our leading global causes, which is diabetes. So I am very thrilled to see the well-structured programs throughout the district, especially in Region 3, 4, and even Region 2 and 1. I just want to emphasize that during the service projects on diabetes, please do utilize those projects as part of your membership growth and retention. Do encourage the Lions to bring along a friend to those projects, and do have that enrollment form sitting right in your back pocket that you can, after having such a good project, you can say, do you want to become a Lion? This is what we do. This is how we roll. And, you know, we have fun doing what we're doing. A bit of a punt on a reminder that, you know, we are on the road to 100,000 K. We are progressing quite nicely. So I'm urging, as usual, as I do to all the region meetings, that you do put your hands in your pocket at this meeting and do contribute at least $5 today to the Lions Club International Foundation, at least $5. I'm sure you can do that. Also, you have been telling you have been showing your faces and your projects on social media, and it's currently one of my favorite trends now, to go on Facebook and I look to see what are my Lions clubs doing, what are the Leo clubs doing, and every day I am very pleasantly surprised. Every day there is a project activity going on, and I'm not saying 1, 10, 12 project activities. So Lions, I commend you. And the truth is that they're not the usual service activities. They're very innovative now, and I'm seeing innovation coming through every day. So we are tackling the problems from a different perspective than what I've seen historically. So kudos to all the clubs. You have been innovative and creative in your projects, and you are serving well. Just to put another point, I know you've been doing well in your reporting. Do keep up the good work. We are, I think, about 86% in our reporting. So the area in which you have to be looking at is to ensure that the Leo clubs that are under your guidance, please, I'm asking and requesting all the line presidents and Leo advisors, do pay some attention, do care for your young Leos, and do support them in whatever. Please, if they're not doing anything, do find time to encourage them to join at least your activities so they can report that as an activity. So with that said, Larry didn't share. I think I may have covered all the different areas that I want to talk about, and it leaves me lastly to say a big heartfelt thanks to all the Lions, Leos, Lion Leos in the region and through the sub-district for the wonderful work that you are doing. I can feel the temperature rising on the service projects. I know those flames are burning, and I think it's gonna continue to burn a bit brighter. Do enjoy your projects during the Diabetes Month, and look forward to being with you in Barbados on the 16th at the second cabinet meeting, at which I'm hopeful that it will be a good time for all. So thank you very much, and do have a very enjoyable and fun-filled meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, District Governor. Your points have been noted, and you know that we will continue to work on them. Thank you so very much. Okay, at this time, I would now invite the Leo District 60B Regions 2 and 3 Chairperson, Leo Rahim Smith, to bring his remarks. Leo Rahim.
Thank you very much, Lion Denisa. Confirming that I am audible. Yes?
You are.
Okay. Region 3 Chairperson, Lion Denisa Belgrave, Melvin Jones Fellow. Guest Speaker, Lion Avaloy Forbes, Melvin Jones Fellow. Distinguished Lions and Leos at the head table and in the audience. Fellow Lions, Leos, and guests, good evening. It is my pleasure to address you today as the Leo Region 2 and 3 Chairperson. I'm incredibly proud of our dedication and the resilience each Leo club in our region demonstrates. As we continue through this Lionistic year, our Leo district remains deeply committed to supporting the growth and development of our Leo clubs, ensuring that we can continue making impactful strides within our communities. Our 2024-2025 Leo District President's theme, Elevate Service, Embrace Experience, captures the essence of what it means to be a Leo today. This theme is not just a call to action, but a powerful reminder that our work goes beyond our individual clubs. Elevate Service calls on us to push the boundaries of what we can achieve, bringing heightened energy and innovation to the service projects we undertake. We are encouraged to think creatively, reach new levels of impact, and to transform our communities in meaningful ways. To embrace experience reminds us of the importance of growth, both as individuals and as a collective. Our service provides each of us with an invaluable life lessons, shaping us into leaders, advocates, and compassionate members of society. Embracing these experiences means learning, adapting and applying these lessons to our future endeavors and having fun, allowing us to grow not only in service, but as a cohesive and impactful movement. Together, by elevating our service and embracing every experience, we reaffirm our dedication to our communities and strengthen the spirit of Leoism in our region. Thank you very much. Back to you, Lion Region Chairperson.
Yes, thank you so very much, Lion. Leo Rahim, I want to make you a lion already. But thank you so very much for your remarks. Okay, at this time, we move on to item number 12, and I will be doing a summary of the Region 3's progress. Region 3 is made up of 3 zones. We have clubs in Barbados, Zone 3A, clubs in St. Lucia, Zone 3B, and clubs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada, Zone 3C, a total of 20 Lions clubs and 10 Leo clubs. Membership to date, all Lions clubs have membership of over 15 members. A total of 5 Lions have moved on from Lionism, and up to yesterday, 10 new Lions were inducted. In the region, we have a total of 576 members. Our financial obligations. Most of the clubs have met their financial obligations for Lions Clubs International as well as the district. Our zone chairpersons have been in communication with the presidents to ensure that the few clubs complete their payments as soon as possible. And to prove that that has been happening, just on October 30th, 1 club would have completed their payment, but of course it would not be reflected yet on the Lion portal. LCIF, Lions Clubs International Foundation. All clubs have indicated their willingness to contribute towards Lions Clubs International Foundation. Some clubs will make the contribution, and other clubs, their members will make individual contributions. They have also noted that they will be awarding some Melvin Jones Fellows. Reporting. I am happy to report that most of the Lions clubs have been reporting on the My Lion portal. We will give those 2 clubs a little nudge, and we will be reporting 100% soon. Some of the Leo clubs have been executing fantastic projects. However, they are not reporting all of their projects on the Lion portal. So we are currently working to have that rectified. Challenges. Like everything else, there will be some challenges. Clubs in Region 3 has highlighted some challenges in membership, leadership, and with meeting some of their financial obligations. I know that we all know what we need to do to succeed, and that is simply to support each other. We can only be supportive when we are kind to each other. The zone chairs, through their presidents, will keep working together to solve these challenges that exist. And it's just a few challenges. Our successes. Region 3 has many successes, especially with the significant service projects being executed within our communities. And you will get a snapshot of the zone reports shortly. This was only possible with the collaboration and support of all our members. We thank you wholeheartedly for all the hard work and dedication. Without the members, there will be no clubs, there will be no district, no region, there will be no Lions. So the members are very, very, very important. So we thank the members, all the members in the region, for the parts that they play in ensuring the success. So, as we continue to ignite the flames of service, let us now hear what is happening in the Zone 3A Barbados, Zone 3B St. Lucia, and Zone 3C St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada. So I will now invite our first zone chair, Lion Beverly Pigott, Melvin Jones Fellow, to bring her report.
Thank you, Lion Denisa Belgrave, MJF, Melvin Jones Fellow. Ryan Avroy Forbes, MJF, Global Service Team Coordinator. Other distinguished Lions and Leos at the head table and in the audience, fellow Lions, Leos, and guests. Good evening. Before I begin my report, permit me to share some pertinent information about the Lions and Leos of Zone 3. As was said, I am Lion Beverly Pigott, MJF, Melvin Jones Fellow, Chairperson Zone 3A. Our zone consists of seasoned Lions and new Lions with different cultures. This zone is passionate and enthusiastic as a part of an international organization. This year, we remain resilient in our efforts to honor our motto, we serve, and also to ignite the flames of service. Let us look at a few activities from the zone as we began the year in July. Our church service, it was well attended with approximately 100 Lions, inclusive of Leos. A donation was presented to the social care ministry of the church. A sumptuous breakfast was held afterwards for the zone. We move into club visits in August, where the Lions were motivated, inspired through their discussions and interactive sessions based on the needs of their clubs. In September, the first zone meeting was held. Approximately 150 Lions, inclusive of Leos, attended. The meeting was informative through building collective performance, learning and sharing of ideas through the impactful projects from our presidents. This evening, I am tasked to present the report on the service activities and performance of Zone 3A for the period July to October 2024. Service, our motto is we serve. Thus, the Lions means selfless service to others in our communities. We strongly embrace the Lions' international pillars of service, such as environment, hunger, humanitarian, cancer, youth, vision, and diabetes. Club reports on a monthly basis on the new portal. Reporting is one of the district governor's goals. He emphasized to report and also to assist the Leos with their reporting. When every club in the zone reports, the zone receives 100% achievement. Now I will focus on Zone 3A service projects for the period highlighting earlier. The first one is environment. It must be noted that a clean environment is a healthy environment. With this in mind, the Lions of Central continue to maintain a local historic and tourist attraction. There was also cleaning up of a roundabout in the parish of St. Andrew, and this continues for this quarter. This continues from this quarter. There was also a beach cleanup in St. Philip by the Leos, and Lions from Bridgetown donated seedlings to a primary school to create a vegetable garden as a sustainable project. As we continue, a feeding program for the homeless was started in the Oistins area. Also, there was a number of food hampers distributed to families across the island throughout the period under review. Hampers were also distributed to the National Disability Unit in recognition of World Food Day. We Lions support those who are in need through humanitarian service. A call for action re-Hurricane Beryl, the devastation. The clubs donated supplies of toiletries, food items, and other necessary supplies. A donation of other projects were a donation of clothing and toiletries to a fire victim. The elderly was not forgotten, as for Senior Citizens Month, Lions answered to the need of health supplies to one of our geriatric hospitals. An exciting initiative was done at the psychiatric hospital by the Lions Club of St. Michael. They partnered with Legacy Foundation, who funded the refurbishment of the sheltered workshop with new equipment to enhance the skills of patients for reintegration to the society. The new equipment is being examined by the Lions and partners of the sheltered workshop. Projects for the youth. Lions and Leos distributed school supplies, textbooks, stationery, bags, shoes, and other material to parents who struggle to acquire the same. A project transition catered to students from the primary to secondary schools. 14 in total were clothed to approximately $2,600. 8 Lions from the Club of Central generously gave to the execution of this project. Literacy development was done through storytelling, and this was done in recognition of International World Literacy Day with a group called the Open Arms Wild Campers. Cancer awareness. The community was made aware of cancer through the Lions participating in the counting of t-shirts, sale, and distribution of the same. The Lions and Leos volunteered at water stations during the walk for cure activity. Lions also played an active role in the awareness of cancer through the distribution of the pink ribbons. I will now explore our vision projects. As Lions, we are expected to be Knights of the Blind. With this in mind, we partner with the National Society for the Blind for White Cane Days observance in a busy shopping area. In addition, a vulnerable visual impaired lady was presented with personal care items and food supplies. As we journey into the second quarter, our upcoming activities and projects are diabetes awareness, and we will have the diabetes walk, identifying know your numbers. We also have a diabetes awareness quiz for school children. And going forward, the shelter workshop will be beautified. The surroundings will be beautified by the Lions Club of St. Michael. One big activity to be identified is our children's Christmas party with approximately 400 children organized by the zone. It is called a Magical Christmas in collaboration with a business called the Barbados Public Workers Credit Union. We also will have our fundraising activities, such as bingo evening, fish fry, and barbecue. The fundraisers are designed to develop the much needed funds for financing our projects where necessary. Let me highlight some successes for Zone 3A. Increase in partnerships with service clubs and businesses. Increase visibility in the community and also on social media. There were also positive responses from recipients of donations. There were also challenges to be identified. There was not enough manpower while executing our projects. Also were commitments by Lions, aging membership, insufficient funding for impactful projects, initiating more creative projects, and working together as a zone on some projects. Lions, I want to inform you that there are resources and ideas to assist you with your projects. In concluding, Lions, I applaud you for your performance, and I ask you for continuity and success in your clubs. You have more as we build a bigger, better, and brighter community. Let me go with that again. Lions, I applaud you for your performance, and I ask you for continuity and success in your club as you build a brighter, better, and bigger community. As Zone 3A continues to serve in the community and be a part of a vibrant Region 3, I would like to thank all club presidents and my secretariat. Continued success to the Region 3 chairperson, Lion Denisa Belgrave, MJF, and I look forward to giving further support. Let us continue igniting the flames of service. Lions, Leo Lions, and Leos of Zone 3A, I thank you.
Thank you, Lion Beverly, Zone Chairperson for the clubs in Barbados, Zone 3C. Zone 3A, I'm moving you with Lion David. Yes, thank you so very much. Great presentation. And Lions, you got to see some of the projects that the clubs in Barbados are executing. Awesome, awesome job. Okay, we now move on to Zone 3B. And to present that report is Zone 3B past Region 3 Chairperson, Lion Beatrice McDonald, Melvin Jones Fellow. Lion Beatrice, over to you.
Thank you, Lion Region Chair. Lion Region Chairperson, Lion Denisa Belgrave, MGF. Our esteemed guest speaker, Lion Avaloy, MGF. Other distinguished Lions at the head table and the virtual audience, my fellow Lions and Leos, good afternoon. I am Beatrice McDonald, submitting the report on behalf of our clubs in Zone 3B. Let's move on. Our service journey in Zone 3B began with the installation, a joint installation of officers ceremony, where we installed our leadership teams for the different clubs and for the Lionistic year 2024-2025. Let's move on. We continue our service journey in cancer awareness, and we saw the Lions Club of Grosile undertaking and launching their prostate cancer screening project. This is a project which is undertaken in collaboration with the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, the Tourism Enhancement Fund, and the Laboratory Services and Consultations Limited. This was extended, the Lions Club of Grizzly extended that project to the other clubs in the zone who participated in it, and the Lions Club of Meek would use that opportunity to hold a men's outreach to create awareness in their community. And the vouchers were distributed not only in Miku, but all the clubs in the zone had the opportunity to share in this project. We see, and these are the pictures of the groups. The Lions and some other members accepting the cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness, sorry. And the Castries Lions participated as usual in the Walk for Cure by the CIBC. And the campaign continued in the Castries Lions, and as they invited persons to wear pink, rock pink, as they say, every Friday in October. And share the pictures with the hashtag Lions Don't Know, because the Lions Club of Sufra Peter Lions Club put on what was called Worship in Pink, an initiative where they hold a church service every year and remember persons who have succumbed and persons living with cancer. And at that service, for those persons. Let's move on. So we see those pictures of those persons, these projects. We will move on to childhood cancer awareness, and the Miku Lions partnered with the schools in the district and ward. There was a Dress Down Friday activity where all the ribbons to highlight childhood cancer. But however, the Sufra Peter Lions had a twist on it, and they had a lesson on childhood cancer with the preschoolers in Sufra. And the lessons they dubbed it the lessons were not taught in alphabets and numerical, significant topic of childhood cancer. So we saw that symbolizing the need for the children to become aware of that and to share in the plight of others who have cancer. And as usual, the Wear Gold every Friday in September was done throughout our zone. So we have some pictures of those activities. A walker was donated to a sickle cell patient. And what was significant and really important was the response of that person. And the recipient response was, "This walker is of great value to me. You know exactly that is what I needed. I had another one which did not function, and I was not able to move about." So Lions, we are very heartened when we get those kinds of responses to the little that we do. Just the donation of that work was very helpful for that individual. Significant role in the transition ceremony for grade 6 students, where they assisted them in decorating their classrooms and preparing the classroom for school and sponsoring one of the awards in the school, a Lionheart Vanguard Honor Roll Award. The Castries Lions, on the other hand, partnered with Court St. Lucia Limited in hosting the OECS reading competition, because one of our members served on, not just we participated, but one of our members served on the judging panel. That competition allows students between 8 and 11 to share their creativity and learning in reading. And the Lions Club of Castries presented gift packages to the participating students. Okay. So we have the pictures. Okay. On the Relieving Hunger, the clubs in the zone conduct monthly feeding at homes, the destitutes along within the city circuit. We have soup kitchens where they come in and get food. The hamper distribution to families within the community, shut-ins and older persons, as well as provision of meals to visually impaired persons and sponsorship of students' meals for while needy students, sponsorship of needy students' meals. Some of the challenges that were highlighted among the clubs in the zone are not so dissimilar to what our region chair has highlighted. And we just want to say that some of them are member stagnation, in that our members don't seem to want to move or are able to move from attracting persons who would want to come into the movement, low attendance at meetings and activities, and difficulty raising funds because of competing interests. I guess in our community, there are a lot of competing interests for the limited funds that are available. However, the clubs have tried some strategies, flexible meeting formats where they use get members involvement. We have service-driven social events. What they try is to include a service activity in a social event. Re-energizing membership by recognition and reward. Targeted membership drives are undertaken where we identify specific individuals that you want to come to the club and you invite them. Expansion into the community through service projects. We invite colleagues, families to participate in the service projects, and visibility through marketing clubs on social media. Our clubs are trying as best as they can to market on social media and all other forms of media. But these are some of the strategies that are implemented to overcome the challenges. Our Leo clubs are part of our movement, and we have the 3 Leo clubs. We have 1 Omega club, which is dormant. However, the parent club has indicated that the plans are on the way to activate the club before the end of this Lionistic year. The other 2 clubs are active and they are being encouraged to report. So we will be encouraging them to report in My Lion. I'm sure some of them are reporting at the time of preparing this report. I was not able to access it, but I'm sure our Leo clubs the 2 Leo clubs are reporting, but they will be encouraged to continue their reporting and to participate in the Leo district activities. Lion Region Chairperson, this is our report from Region 3. I want to thank you for the opportunity to be able to make that presentation on behalf of Zone 3B and to let you know that we are resilient in Zone 3B. We will continue to strive as we make our mark in our community and ignite the flame of Lionism in Zone 3B. I thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lion Beatrice. Wonderful report, and I love the details of the projects that were executed. Awesome job. Thank you so very much, and thank you for presenting as well. Okay, we would move on to our third report for the zone 3C. And I would invite Lion David Hopkin, Zone 3C chairperson. Lion David, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Region 3 Chairperson, Lion Denise Belgrave, MJF. Guest speaker, Lion Avaloy Forbes, MJF. Distinguished Lions and Leos at the head table and in the audience. Fellow Lions, Leos, guests, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present this report on behalf of Zone 3C, comprising the islands of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, along with St. Vincent and the Grenadines. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude on behalf of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as Grenada, for the support that Lions would have given throughout the District A and B towards our disaster relief, the passing of Hurricane Beryl. And I would also like to say thanks to the Lions and Leos, the presidents, the boards of those clubs, both Lions and Leo clubs, for their work and their unwavering support for relief in Carriacou as well as Union Island. I would particularly like to highlight the Union Island Lions Club and their president for the work that they're doing in spite of the difficulties that they're faced. My report is a little bit different from the other two. I'm not just looking at what would have gone, but a little bit into summarizing the service of the clubs throughout the zone. So it's basically in three components: overview of the club's service work based on global causes, highlight of club service areas, and looking at the challenges, successes, and recommendation. With regards to the global cause vision, almost all of our clubs, both Lions and Leos, 9 of them are engaged in eye screening, eye health care in some form, and encouraging persons to take care of their vision, holding sessions with different groups, and as well as especially those in the education sector to provide for them. That's regarding vision. For example, we see Kingston Club, Lions Club of Kingston have Eye Care for You, Christmas luncheon for the visually impaired, Lions Club of St. John's doing eye screening for the elderly and from 5 students. Union Island, in spite of the difficulties, providing reading glasses and sunshades for residents of Union Island, among other areas that the clubs are involved in the area of vision. This is a shot of the Lions Club of St. George's or St. George's Lions Club with partners Sagicor Insurance and Clear Vision Optical for vision screening on World Sight Day. They did that at one of our schools in St. George's. In the area of youth, we have different programs that are taking place across the zone. From Lions Club of St. Andrew, you have support for donation supplies to different schools and students. They conducted seminars, World Literacy Day, along with the Lions Club of St. George's, hosted lessons during the summer, during summer camp, Fun Day for Children in Carriacou, which was part of the disaster management initiative. The Lions Club of St. John's intends to hold a retreat for students of grade 6 and Form 5. These are the examination classes, helping them in terms of their career guidance and support as they go into exams. Here we have 2 for services that would have gone. One is the speech competition that was held St. Vincent South Lions Club speech competition. Leo Club of St. Vincent had on Literacy Day donated books to young people in recognition of this day.
International.
In the area of disaster management, much of the work of Zone 3C for the first quarter of the year was basically into disaster management. We spent a lot of time preparing relief supplies, hampers, as well as providing support, journeying to Union Island and St. Vincent and other islands in St. Vincent, along with Carriacou and Petite Martinique. The Lions in Grenada, for example, spent an entire weekend. We started first with distribution of hampers, and then we move into environmental work, as well as psychosocial support. We will continue that path in relief as well as recovery. Both islands will be looking at ways and partnering with other agencies to provide support for those persons in need in Carriacou particularly and Union Island. This is an example of what happened in St. Vincent, Union Island. You have the clubs there taking relief over to Union Island. In the area of humanitarian efforts, you have a number of activities again from the various clubs. Delivery of food baskets, construction items for home of fire victims by Lions Club of St. George's. Lions Club of St. John's, they are presently completing a step and a ramp for someone who is handicapped and aged. And that would be completed within the next couple of weeks. They have already done a lot of the work and just one bit that needs to be done, and that will be completed. You have packaging and distribution of relief to Hurricane Beryl, as was mentioned before, and both islands have been involved in that. Here we have some photos of Lions and Leos Grenada on mission to Carriacou, humanitarian disaster relief. The middle picture is Lions on the Osprey, the boat going to Carriacou, and you have Lions going out to distribute the items on the vehicles. I must say thanks to the disaster management authorities both in St. Vincent and Grenada for really supporting Lions in their relief effort as well. In the area of diabetes, a number of activities have been planned, and we look forward to some of those great things that are going to happen. A lot of partnership is taking place with agencies that are involved in diabetes awareness, prevention, and management, particularly the diabetes associations, the healthcare system, and that partnership is ongoing, providing testing and providing support for persons living with diabetes. In the area of hunger, distribution of food items, this is ongoing. What I've discovered is that the clubs in Zone 3C, there isn't a particular time that they distribute food items, but that is done literally throughout the year. As the district governor would have mentioned, that there's something happening in that area almost every week with regards to Lions clubs, both in St. Vincent and Grenada. I want to make special mention of the Leo Club of St. Andrew, who just completed the Thanksgiving luncheon. We had Thanksgiving Day on the 25th of October, and they just completed that Thanksgiving luncheon to the poor and vulnerable in their geographical area. The environment, tree planting seems to be one of the big part of this year's service area with regards to the environment, and also cleanup of beaches and community areas. Already in Carriacou, we have planted 50 trees there, because if you are aware, Hurricane Beryl would have destroyed most of what we've had. Clubs already engaged in beach cleanup. For example, St. Andrew's Lions Club has been involved in that. St. John's Lions Club, and there are other clubs who are also involved in beach cleanup and other environmental activity. Here is an example of the what is happening with regards to the planting of trees in Carriacou, planting of trees on the beach to help improve the environmental aspect of the island. Childhood cancer. While we do not have much persons involved that are diagnosed with childhood cancer or children, but all our clubs are involved deeply in cancer awareness, breast cancer, prostate cancer, among others. We are partnering with different NGOs and groups who are especially involved in helping persons who are living with cancer and so on, and involved in much of the media awareness. This is a picture of St. John's Lions Club participating in Cancer Walk of Hope Arthur Hostin and cancer survivors. That was done in the 28th of October, a candlelight procession in the town of Guelph for celebrating life in the midst of the struggles of dealing with cancer. Also, we had the Leo Club of St. Andrew participating in Cancer Walk in St. Andrew for breast cancer awareness and support for those who are living with the breast cancer. In terms of our challenges, based on my analysis of what is happening with the clubs in Zone 3C, the challenges and the successes seems to be operating at the same time, because what is someone's challenge? One group's challenge is also one's group's success. And what is one group's success is also a challenge. But generally speaking, member participation and commitment is one of the big areas. Financial constraints of groups, membership retention and growth, communication and planning issues, and manpower and skill gaps. We can go into that, but generally these are the 5 areas that are affecting our clubs in Zone 3C. Successes, we have project execution and team building, membership growth and diversity, financial stability through sponsorships, stronger partnerships and networking, commitment and personal fulfillment, humanitarian aid and strategic planning are some of the successes of the zone. While these are successes, it may be something that we want to leverage throughout the zone. All clubs should be experiencing those successes. So we're going to work towards improving that. And as a zone, we'll delve deeper into these thematic areas to improve and create impactful service and expand the membership experience. 1, we seek to enhance engagement and participation of Lions, improve financial stability and fundraising, strengthen communication and planning, build on membership growth and retention, expand external support and partnerships, and focus on disaster recovery and resilience. We believe that these 6 areas, if we go deeper into it and create some actions, we will see some improvement in our clubs moving forward. Thank you very much, Region Chair, for allowing me the opportunity to present. And I want to wish everyone a wonderful evening, and congratulations to my fellow zone chairpersons on your presentation today. And I want to thank all my leaders from the various clubs, both Lions and Leos, for your support. Thank you very much.
Very well done, Lion David. Thank you so very much for your detailed report as well. And again, thank you for the reports for the entire region. Very detailed and informative. Everyone can see the hard work you're going out there and doing. We appreciate it very much. So thank you once again. All right, we close item number 13 and move right into item number 14, introduction of guest speaker. And I would now like to invite Lion Christopher Emmanuel, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, and he's past Zone 3B chairperson, to introduce our guest speaker. Lion Chris.
Thank you, Lion Region Chair. It's my pleasure to present our esteemed guest speaker. Lion Avaloy Forbes has been a passionate and dynamic leader in the Lions movement since joining as a Leo in June 2007. She became the district first Leo Lion member in 2012, and over the course of 16 plus years have held various leadership roles at the club, district, and multiple district levels. These include serving as Secretary Treasurer for the Leo Regions 1 and 4, Leo Advisor, District Leo Chairperson, and District and multiple district Lion Opportunities for Youth chairperson. Her involvement across numerous service, marketing, and membership committees have helped her hone her leadership skills and expand her impact. A graduate of the Regional Lions Leadership Institute and Lions University, Lion Avaloid has been instrumental in launching the first Cyber Leo Club of Multiple District 60, establishing the inaugural Leo District 60B, and recently forming a Cyber Leo Lion Branch Club. Currently, she serves as the District and Multiple District Global Service Team Coordinator and has held prior roles as Zone and Region Chairperson. Her dedication has earned her notable recognitions, including the Lions International Zone Chairperson Award, District Lion of the Year, and District President of the Year. Now, as a Leo Advisory Panelist, 2023 to 2025, she's excited to foster new collaborations that enrich the Lions and Leos experience. Professionally, she is a tenured administrative officer, an adjunct psychology lecturer at the University of the West Indies, bringing over 18 years expertise to her roles. She's also the proud mother of a son, Micah Ishmael, a Leo and a Leo Lion. It's my pleasure to present to you Lion Avaloid Forbes, Melvin Jones Fellow.
Thank you, immediate pass down Chair Lion Christopher. Just want to say, not psychology, philosophy. I did a minor in psychology, but not a psychology subject matter expert at all. I am really a philosopher by heart. Thank you so much for that introduction, and I really appreciate it. Region Chair Lion Denisa Belgrave, District Governor Lion Alexander, Region Chair Lion Denisa Belgrave, Melvin Jones Fellow, District Governor Lion Alan Alexander Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, other distinguished Lions and Leo leaders, guests, Leos, my fellow Lions, good afternoon. I'm gonna ask my my able IT chair, Lion Wendy, to help me share my screen, her screen. So slide 1. Yes, so and so happened that the IT chair is a part of the GST team, and we are on a campaign series called Are We Telling the Right Stories? And it's something that we've noticed that we perhaps need to hammer a little bit more across the district. And so I am very grateful for Region Chair's invitation to talk about, your service stories today. So let's have a talk. So today we'll look at a few things. Storytelling is a powerful tool in our community service. It not only highlights our efforts, but also inspires others to join our cause or causes and our clubs. Today we aim to understand how to choose the right stories, implement them effectively, report and market them, and ultimately make a significant impact in our communities. So the role of telling service stories is multifaceted. It involves showcasing acts of kindness and fostering community values that inspire others to get involved. Service stories help build trust with the community by demonstrating commitment and authenticity. They illustrate the giving nature of our members, creating a judgment-free zone where everyone feels welcomed and appreciated. Ultimately, service stories provide a space where trust can be built and sustained. So every time I get to this particular slide, because as you recognize, this is a series, and every time we get to choosing the right stories, a note comes up that says, share Brother Noel story here. So for those of you who know a little about me, I also work alongside the missionaries of the poor. I teach some of them, but I also serve in the communities with them because I find that their work is very impacting. And a story that Brother Noel shared with me, and I won't share it here today, but what I noticed from his story, it's that it's always speaking about the relevance to his community, the fact that they provide care to multiple disability children, that they look like babies, but some of them are in their 20s, their 30s, but are being taken care of by these brothers who are not necessarily from Jamaica. Some of them are from Indonesia, Philippines, elsewhere. They also take care of those in the community from the 90s when HIV care was not so popular and when the persons would be ostracized. And they would be the ones to take care of them. And oftentimes in the 90s without medication, because medications became popular in recent times. So they would do it, also at risk, but with great faith and with courage and love. And from the stories that these brothers have shared with me, three things are important or relevant. One, relevance, that they have provided service to their community that not many NGOs provide. And that there's usually an emotional appeal, because if you hear some of those stories, they really tug on your heart. They're inspiring, they're hopeful, and they're empathetic. And they usually align with the community needs. Well, the missionaries of the poor only serve in very poor communities. That's where they're located, in our inner cities in Kingston, and they do a magnificent job. They took me to a prison project. Of course, I didn't want to go, but then I realized how impacting that project in itself is. So they serve a really wide cross-section of our communities, and they make sure that their priorities are identified and that they're aligned with, serving the communities. Because remember, some of these persons also in the prison system are from very poor communities. So they're already victims in one sense, and then they become villain in another sense. But they are not deprived of love from this particular NGO. So in the stories you tell as Lions, try to make sure that they're relevant, that they align to your community needs, and that they have an emotional appeal. Next slide. Choosing the right stories. Insight often trumps instinct. Without being well informed about our community's needs, our efforts might miss the mark. That's why we make it a priority to understand local needs and how they tie into broader global issues. By constantly seeking out new information and turning it into actionable insights, we ensure that we're always positioned to make the greatest impact. And of course, you will be able to collect data, or should be able to collect data about some of the stories that you tell. And you can collect them from various NGOs as well. They can share data, some of them do, and that can be found on the internet. Cultivate awareness. Sometimes when you're making a pitch in the club, you might not be able to get through with your members. You might not be able to convince them. But if it is that you are also cultivating awareness with your clubs, position yourself to provide data, seek more information. And I've said this to other clubs, we have a say no policy in both the Leo and the Leo and Lions clubs that I'm attached to. If it is that the project does not sound like it covers an area of priority, we ask for more information, but we do not say no. But we also make our members know the type of projects that we think are impactful. We also look at the impacting in terms of numbers. So some of those are the things that you can pay attention to. And if it is that you're a small club or Lions Club or a Leo Club, you can also partner with strong NGOs, help them to do a few things. it doesn't hurt. And then you start to learn how they get to do things, how they choose their stories and their service initiatives, and that will also strengthen you. Next slide. So to effectively tell stories, we must first be active story makers. And that's with the previous slide, that you have to become a story maker. But this means being deeply involved in creating and implementing our service projects. By engaging our volunteers and community members, we ensure that our projects are not only impactful, but also sustainable. Some key strategies, for implementing chosen stories. To implement chosen stories effectively, conduct a community needs assessment. And you don't only conduct that once over a 15-year project, you try to do it as often so that you're always aligned with the community needs and that the project in itself is still relevant and still making the impact that you want it to make, or even greater impact. Engage in collaborative planning, include your LEOs, your club members and community members, and maintain clear communication to align goals and resources. Empower volunteers that are non-Lions, because that also means a possibility of new members. Monitor progress and ensure sustainability while documenting and celebrating achievements to foster long-term impact and commitment. And the mantra, report, report, report. Transparent and accountable reporting of our service activities build trust and credibility. Utilizing various tools and platforms, we can document and share our stories effectively. Now on this slide, we have the service journey. All of this you see on the slide is actually accessible on lionsclubs.org, where you can pull this information. If you don't have a service project planner, there are templates, there are blank templates, but there are also global causes templates that you can follow, how to administer and plan a diabetes project, childhood cancer project, all of that is there. They also have the service reporting toolkit that has other templates, best practices, step-by-step instructions for reporting service activities. And then there's a service journey framework that outlines stages of service projects and identify community needs to celebrating and sharing success stories. So it gives you a whole gamut. One thing I don't have here is the lionsvirtual.org. They do have some fantastic apps on their site that are free that you can also tap into to help you to, make your service projects even stronger. And that one of them is, I think it's Market to Grow, where you can put a copy of your service project, the report, into the system, ask it to write a press release or ask it to do other little things, maybe a caption for your social media, and it will create that press release for you or the caption for your social media. And then with that press release, you can also ask it, could you provide me with the contact information for the media in that area? So reporting stories, especially with AI, is becoming quite easy. What I also want you to focus on, and something I want to say, and I want to also give some congrats, is for Region 3, you're short 5 clubs reporting, 5 LEO clubs. You can go back to the same screen, Lion Wendy. There are 5 clubs that are not reporting in your entire region. Those who happen to be LEO clubs. But I want to congratulate Zone 3C for their 100% reporting achievement. I think that's commendable given, the circumstances in which they operate. But it's not to say a less of a congratulations to the other 2 zones, which I think are doing very, very well. All their Lions clubs have reported, but just a little bit more energy and a little bit more task is remaining for the 5 LEO clubs that need to report in the system. And this is real-time information I'm providing. But and I'm also giving a plug, if you need help with reporting and with reporting for the LEOs, you can reach out to the district LEO chair and his team, or the GST, which includes Lion Wendy and myself, for any guidance where this is concerned. Next slide, thanks. So, as usual, every time I present this slide, I make sure to go see what's happening in your neighborhood. I've looked at some of the social media pages that are existing for the Lions and LEO clubs in Region 3. Some go as old as 2020, which means that you're not posting as often as you should. One of the things I've said to others that I've presented this at is, even if you're not doing any service projects, and this hits very close to home. My club last year was going through a very rough time. Our president, her mom, who was the membership chair at the time, had cancer. We couldn't say anything and we couldn't meet. So what we did, and what our marketing chair did with her, and I think she is very good at this, was that she maintained a social media presence with either all activities like throwbacks, or with quotes, or with posting stuff that was already on the district page, the multiple district page, the Leo Club LCI page, just to keep our page active and visible, so that our community that would have embraced our social media presence would know that we are still around, we're still active. But in this particular time, our family was going through a lot. We couldn't make it public. And we did not want to make it, real loud, but at the same time, we maintain a visibility, some sort of visibility on our site. Now, I do see that some of you are very active with your posting, and that's commendable. Perhaps you could, help out with some others, like your Leo clubs who are not yet posting. And even if they're dormant, the Leo advisor could post quotes, could post throwback pictures, so that the community at large recognizes and know that you're still around and still existing. So apart from your Instagram and Facebook page, there's now TikTok, although that's going to be banned shortly in 2025 for the US, which is a part of our constitutional area. It will still be effective to share your information because it's very popular in the Caribbean region. Newsletters, I have a love-hate relationship with newsletters. I don't know if they really work, but if it's a thing in your community and it works and it gets visibility, sure, go ahead with newsletters. I won't leave it off my little list. But social media is really where the buzz is. That's what's trending, and your local media. Create compelling stories that will resonate with your members. If not compelling stories, compelling quotes, compelling throwbacks. And that's what I have to say about marketing your stories. And then making an impact. Our service changes lives, and that's very important. I think last year we served over 542 million across the world, and we want to continue to making that large of an impact. So measuring the impact of our stories help us understand their effectiveness and areas for improvement. Success stories with tangible outcomes inspire others and validate our efforts. Continuous feedback is crucial for ongoing improvement. Recently, it's not so recent, but recently we brought 106 bags to St. Elizabeth for disaster relief efforts. Many of the homes we visited had, say, children and adults, some 5, some 3. So the impact of that particular project was an average of 3 persons per bag. So that's around 318. What the GST team and I have noticed, that even in your kindness matters reporting and even in your regular service reporting, you're not really reporting your impact very well. And that's something that we wanted to drive home. Of course, we will do a little bit more detailed presentation on that. But in your reporting, strive to share with us why it's an important impacting project, and pretend as if we're not in your community and we don't know what's your topography or what your community looks like, so that we can actually visualize that impact. Now, one of the metrics that I like to share is something that past International Director Jerome Thompson shared with us in a newsletter when I was, I think, Lions president. And he said, if you have 30 persons in your club, each person should be impacting 120 lives, which means that if you're going to do one very strong impacting project per year, it needs to impact at least 3,600 lives if you have 30 members. So we are also trying to advise you and share that type of calculation, so at least in your head you have an idea what impact is. Now, impact could also mean that you serve one person, but how you report that is important. For example, if it is that you've impacted one person and you've helped to fundraise $1 million for that person, now that in itself has a significant impact. Next slide, please. And those are some of the things that we wanted to look at when you're evaluating impact. Now, case studies, we've tried to share some case studies. These are the last Kindness Matters Service Award winners. And here it is, what we're trying to ask you to do to effectively report service stories in the Lion portal, ensure they address a humanitarian need in your community while highlighting creativity and innovation. And I was very surprised when District Governor said it in his remarks earlier, that you so far have been doing very creative and innovative projects though. So at least next year, the applications will be strong in that area because you're demonstrating creativity and innovation. But it needs to have also a large scale impact and long-term sustainability. So the next slide, I'm going to just show you 4 examples of some of the winners of the Kindness Matters Service Award that have actually demonstrated this. Next slide, please. So 2 from constitutional area 1 in different areas, and I have a sample from constitutional areas 3 and 5. But all constitutional areas did have winners. Just for my purpose for the slides, I wanted to show you different types of service projects and the different impact they had, and how they were recognized by Lions Club International. Our Leo Club from District 60B did very well. It served 600 persons at that particular time when it did that first project. But since then, it has assessed its community needs. It has reevaluated the project. And last year, well, this year, 2024, they served over 1,100 persons. So they have improved upon something that was already impacting. But I want to also show you the work of the childhood cancer. In this, they serve 3,000, 1,500 volunteer hours, and 30 volunteers. So your projects can be as low as 600, like Lime Key Cyber, and as high as Fort Myers Lions Club with the disaster relief in Constitutional Area 1 that served over 1 million people and had over 700,000 volunteer hours. So it's how you sell your story and how you report it that also makes a difference. Next. It's important to engage your Lions and Leo leadership. It is critical to telling the story. Or a part of the process of telling the story. Leaders play a vital role in promoting and supporting our stories. Providing them with necessary training and support ensures their active involvement and commitment. So Lions, don't leave out your Leo leadership, and Leo leadership, don't leave out your Lions leadership, because they're very important. At the last, I think it was Zone 1B meeting, I said, it's good to also activate and work with the Vice District Governors, because here it is that for the disaster relief, I was able to work with Lion Judy King, our first Vice District Governor, and in Grenada, they were able to work with their second Vice District Governor, Lion Hyacinth Jeremiah. So it's important to reach out to your Vice District Governors, because although our District Governor is the one that's leading our teams, there are other players on the ground that we can reach out to. I don't have him on this list, and I don't know why, but District Governor should be there. Reach out to your, in the brackets, reach out to your council chairs, your current and your past, as well as your district governor and your past. That's important as well, because they might have insights or information that you don't have access to, and they have also a network, an established network that could also help you to, help you with the process of telling your story. So let's recap. Telling the right stories is essential because it bridges the gap between our actions and the broader community. These stories not only highlight the impact of our service projects, but also inspire others to join our cause. They foster a sense of community, build trust, and demonstrate our commitment to addressing the evolving needs of those we serve. By sharing authentic, relevant, and impactful stories, we ignite passion, drive engagement, and create a lasting legacy of positive change. In essence, the right stories amplify our efforts, turning simple acts of service into powerful narratives that resonate and mobilize support for our mission. To conclude, we've discussed how to choose, implement, report, market, and measure the impact of our service stories. I encourage all Lions and Leo leaders to embrace storytelling in a more impacting way as a powerful tool to enhance our community impact. Together, we can tell the right stories and make a lasting difference. And by saying that, ignite the flames of service in District 60B. Now, on screen are some resources, just a few, that can guide and help you. And hopefully we can, like Region Chair can share these slides with you so that you can, delve into some more of how you can tell stronger service stories. And if you want to reach out to GST, next slide. We can be emailed at gst60b, or you can reach out to lovely Wendy from Region 3, Wendy Labari, or myself, or any other member of our team for any information. Thank you very much. And thank you, Region Chair, for the invitation. And thank you, everyone, for your attention. Thanks.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so very much, Lion Avaloy. That was some information there. I trust that we would heed to it and use some of the recommendations there. So as you said, we have some great projects, innovative and creative projects, and we might just need to tweak how we are reporting them. So thank you so very much for taking the time out to present to us this evening. All right, our next item, item 16, vote of thanks. I now invite Lion Allison Bishop Payne, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, and past Zone 3A Chairperson to give the vote of thanks. Lion Allison.
Thank you, Region Chair. Good evening, Lions, Leos, and guests. It is my distinct pleasure to give the vote of thanks on behalf of our Region 3 Chairperson, Lion Denisa Belgrade, for our first Zone 3 meeting. First and foremost, we have to thank God for allowing us to be here and for blessing us so that we in turn can bless others. Thanks to Lion Rawl Gibson, Melvin Jones Fellow, for starting us off with the invocation. Thank you, Lion Kinda Bilot, for reading the Lions Club Code of Ethics, and Leo Nazim Shafto for reading the Leo Club Object. Thank you. We express our gratitude to District Governor Lion Alan Alexander, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, and Leo District Region 2 and 3 Chairperson Leo Rahim Smith for gracing us with their presence and for giving their words of advice and wisdom. Special thanks to our Region 3 Chairperson, Lion Denisa Belgrave, for her warm welcome and for her concise and comprehensive report. Thank you for the Zone Chairpersons for your excellent report. Lions Beverly Pigot, Melvin Jones Fellow, Zone 3A, Lion Beatrice McDonald, who so graciously stepped in to report on behalf of Zone 3B, and Lion David Hopkins, Zone 3C. We are also grateful to Lion Christopher Emmanuel, Progressive Melvin Jones Fellow, for introducing our guest speaker. And of course, to our guest speaker, Lion Avaloy Forbes, Melvin Jones Fellow. Thank you for this informative presentation of how to make our service stories more effective. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to all Lions, Leos, and friends for taking time out of your busy Sunday to join us for this meeting. Your presence was greatly appreciated. Thank you to Lion Region 3, Secretary Lion Andrea Thompson for her hard work and all others who helped to make this meeting possible. Last and by no means least, thank you, Lion Wendy Labari, Melvin Jones Fellow, and her team for providing your technical expertise. So thank you, gracias, merci, grazie, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Lion Allison. Thank you so much. How many languages that was? 5, 6? Thank you.
Only 4.
Oh, 4. Okay. Thank you very much. Just before we go into our district governor song, I just want to remind everyone of our upcoming District 60B second cabinet meeting and induction ceremony, which is scheduled for Saturday, November 16, 2024. And that will be a hybrid meeting, face-to-face in Barbados and online. Okay, so just look out for some more information soon and join us. Yes, please. All right, so we will now stand and enjoy the district governor's song before we close.
This world, we see the need. Lions and Leos, we take the lead. Actions speak louder than any words. Igniting service, let it be heard. Lions and Leos with open hands, helping others. The Lions brand, ignite the service. Let us lead together. We fulfill the need across the lands in every street. Compassion's call, we shall meet. Kindness in action, small or grand, in unity. Together we stand. Lions and Leos with open hands, helping others. The Lions brand, ignite the service. Let love lead. Together we fulfill the need. Let's be the change in every heart. With every act, we play our part. For in giving, we receive. Lions and Leos, in this we believe. Lions and Leos with open hands, helping others. The Lions brand, ignite the service. Let love lead. Together we fulfill the need. So let's ignite, let's light the way. With love and service every day. Lions and Leos, together we stand. Igniting hope, hand in hand. Igniting hope, hand in hand.
Awesome. So Lions, igniting the flames of service. Yes, we will move hand in hand. Once again, I am thankful to each and every one of you this evening. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you. Regent Chair Janissa. Good evening, everybody. Great meeting.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, District Governor. Okay.
We should have a toast.
Who's that? I did. Agree.
Should have a toast.
Yes.
David, where's the drink?
Oh, look, I have it here.
I
You
have
promised-
water, District Governor. I
You
have
promised you
water.
would bring the
I
drink.
don't know. I got an empty bottle here.
Empty?
Lion Dave promised to show us the drink today. Where's it, Andy?
We'll take the drinks when I get there. So really good.
Very
All right.
well, very
Have a
good.
great evening, guys. See you
Yes,
later.
you too. Thank you.
Thank you.